If you post the link in the Jitsi chat, I can make the post in the Facebook group if you need me to.
Okay, wonderful. You said in the Jitsi chat? Hold on.
Sure, or Facebook, or I'm sorry, on Skype. I don't care.
Here, I just put it
Anywhere.
in the
Got it.
Jitsi chat. Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the finale of Ascendance Season 4, Back to the Future. No, cool. Okay. So, after 44 long and hard days, 26 people have been eliminated, and 2 stand before us. Jabbar and Vicky. Tonight, one of you will become the winner, the 4th winner, I should say, of Ascendance. So we are going to go ahead and slowly get started. I'm waiting for her to post the link, so I'm just kind of dragging this intro on. So I'll just say how tonight's going to work. So in a moment, the final 2 will have 5 minutes each to do their opening speeches. After that, each juror will have 5 minutes just to say whatever they want, ask questions, whatever they feel is good in 5 minutes. After that, closing speeches will happen, and then the vote. So as we're waiting, Jabbar, since you are the winner of the last Commander Challenge, you get to pick the order of how we are going in tonight.
Vicky's gonna give her opening first.
All right, which means that Vicky will give her closing last. So Vicky, go ahead and get prepped. I'm still waiting for it to say that she posted.
It's already been posted.
It's posted. There we go. And I look horrible in the thumbnail again. So Vicky, whenever you are ready, just let me know and I will start your timer.
Okay, I'm ready.
Begin whenever.
Hi, everybody. It's good to see you guys again. I'm just going to get right into it. So, unlike a lot of you, this season was difficult for me having a duo. Like, I love Billy so much, but he was so social, and I'm known as a social player. So, that was kind of hard for me in this game and having to take a step back, let Billy control it. And that really was a strategy of mine because, again, I'm known as a social player. And if I play like I usually do, I get out in the middle of a game. So that was a strategy for me, having to take a seat, like let things play out for a bit, let Billy play our game, Okay. Another big thing, getting with Jabbar. That was huge. Huge for my game, huge for his game, both. I didn't get on many calls at the beginning, but when I did, they were really, really important. So whenever I did, alliances were made. The Real Vodka was made, and that was with Billy, myself, Steph, Mars, Amber, and Amir. And that was during, oh God, what was it? That was during I think it was like a Jackbox night, or it was like after a challenge or something. So that was really fun. The night that Jabbar and I really clicked was Billy's cooking night. Thank you so much, Billy. And we bonded over the music that I was playing, and it was kind of the best. And that's how Jabbar and I became like best friends in this game. I regret nothing. Okay, let's get into like the middle of the game. I did at one point try to switch up my game because I thought it was like starting to be a little predictable, and I was like, okay, let's start something new. So I did try to work with Regan at one point in the game, and this was after she and Michael had their fight. And to be honest with you, I didn't read it. It was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages, and I was like, guys, this is a lot. So I didn't. Anyway, so I did reach out to her, and I was trying to like build rapport and such like that. She was not having it. She just wasn't. And I was like, okay, at this point, every single person once you got, like, I'm so sorry. I really wanted to keep you, but like you weren't giving anything, like I didn't have anything to work with. When Billy got out, that was when I was able to start playing my game, my social game. And again, I love Billy, but that's not the point. I loved playing and being my social self and being on constant calls with everyone. And it wasn't just like alliance calls, it was also like a ton of one-on-ones, which was awesome. The alliances I want to give like shout outs to was the Real Vodka. Jabbar and I didn't really have like a name for our alliance. We were just final twos. Threesome, that was between me, Steph, and Mars. And yeah, we were a little flirty flirts. And Single Ladies was huge. Single Ladies was made up of me, Jabbar, and Michael. And this was right after Alyssa had gotten voted out. And so I made the chat. I was like, hey girls, what's up? So yeah, we got that alliance together and we kind of took over the game little by little. I do give Jabbar like much respect for keeping me in the Stephanie vote. That was a huge move in the game. And one I really didn't think I was gonna have to make. It was really, really difficult. But we'll get back to that later. Oh, I have a minute left. I'm gonna like sort of end it here. Happy to see everyone in the jury. Billy, Michael, Kim, Alyssa, Steph, Mars, Amber, Noah, Beck. I love you all. And I'm going to give the floor to Jabbar.
All right, Jabbar, whenever you are ready, let me know, and then just begin, and I'll start your time.
I'm ready. Did you start the time?
I'm waiting for you to say your first word.
Okay, so first and foremost, I want to give a special thank you to the other 27 players in production. I know that I don't play these that often, and you guys probably won't run into me that often, but I really enjoyed you guys being your true selves and showing me what you guys were in your everyday life, and I really hope that you guys got the same vibe from me. Special thank you to Double Cross Galore, Trinity, Experiment, Cutthroat, Tengage, everybody who supported me, who don't even know what the hell Ascendance is, because I hope that when the time comes, I can support you guys. Last but not least, special thank you to Regan. If there was no you, there would not be any me. I didn't know what the hell Ascendance was. You came to me and you asked me to be your partner. You said that I was going to make it this far and you believed in me. So I definitely wanted to give you that special thank you. Now, going on into the game, I'm going to go into the three main aspects of the game that people usually focus on. I have physical, strategic, and social, and I'm going to tell why I have a case to win each and every single one of those. First and foremost, we're going to go into physical. Me and Regan were not the most dominant team, obviously, in the team portion of the game. But if you're going to vote for the physical portion of the game, take into account that during the Codenames competition, I led my team to a perfect, clean sweep victory in the Codenames competition. I was the caller. I took that pressure, and I had to deal with the consequences if we would have lost. Also, in the operator competition, I was the person who decided to go last and answer the questions, even after, excuse me, we got 5 out of 7, even after Amir took the advantage, costing us an extra paragraph. Some of those questions I did not know, but I had to use logic and reasoning, which is what I use in my everyday life. So I was able to get us a 5 out of 7 on the operator call, giving our team immunity. And if that was not enough, going into the individual portion of the game, I won the last 6 competitions that I competed in. So if you're gonna vote off a physical game, you definitely should consider me, because I was consistently dominant in challenges, whether you guys saw me and Regan as a dominant force in the beginning, or you just did not pay attention to me because I was slashed onto her. I was always confident and consistent in every challenge that I competed in. Moving on into the strategic portion of the game, I felt as though I was at a big disadvantage, because coming in with a vet like Regan on my team, I felt like the rest of the vets did not necessarily take me as seriously as they probably should have or could have. With that being said, I found myself having to play as a veteran before I even knew what the hell Ascendance was, while still trying to mingle and interact with the rest of the newbies. I had to play a dual game from start to finish. I had to adapt to survive. And I felt like one of my biggest strategies coming into the game was to cut deals like I was a veteran, win the veterans over with my personality, but I still wanted to bond with the newbies and let them know that I was on the same page as them and that I still had the same mindset as them. Because at the end of the day, I was one of the few newbies that was preaching that I would love to see a newbie win. And it was no disrespect to the vets, but I felt like in a 28-person cast, I would love to see a newbie win, especially when all of us were talking about what the hell is Ascendance in the first place. So it was just a really big breath of fresh air to be able to take Vicky this far. And not saying that I took Vicky this far, but I really enjoyed our back and forth partnership. With that being said, also on the strategy, I had a deal with Beck, I had a deal with Amir, I had a deal with Vicky. Like, I had a deal with every single person in the final four. And the reason why I wanted it set up like this is because I didn't want to play under the assumption that I could beat people in immunity. I needed to make sure that my ass was protected, even if I didn't win immunity, that people would still like honor their portion of the deal, even though I may not have been willing to honor mine. With that being said, I will go on record and say Vicky was the person who I would have taken to the end. And as you guys can see, she is here with me. Love you, girl. Moving on into the social aspect of the game. If you're going to vote for the social aspect of the game, please take into account the fact that in a 28-person cast, I've only received one vote to go home, and that was in the dual portion of the game. Not only that, I've never voted in the minority one single time out of this entire season. There was one time when I did not vote, and if you want to cast that against me, go ahead, but I still didn't vote in the minority. Not only that, I was able to make it to a point in the game where I did not have to use a power that everybody knew that I had. I was able to get a free ride and push myself further until the point where I just could win out. With that being said, I have 10 seconds left because I was doing counting on my own. I cannot wait to answer your questions, and love me or hate me, bring it on.
All right. Thank you so much, both of you. We will now start with Billy. Billy, when you say your first word, I will start your time.
Breaking news. We have the Rob Newscaster, the Brit Bottom, the Canadian Crusader, the Vodka, the Juicy Prusy, the Amber Alert, the Despicamere, and the Shakespeare. All here tonight. We are voting for the winner of Ascendance 4. I actually don't have any questions for either of you. I'm going to address Jabbar first. Jabbar, I felt like me and you had a good connection this game. We talked I think right around after Zach left, me and you really connected and talked pretty well strategically early on. I think that there are some late game questions that I don't think I deserve to ask you those, because there are other people who should be the ones addressing you for it. I'm going to be listening in. My vote is pretty open. So I just want you to know that I completely 100% respect your game. I think you played really well, and I don't want to ask you anything that they should ask you. And we are going to move on to the other half of, I'm going to say it correctly this time, Alcoholics Non-Anonymous, not anonymous, how you pronounce it all fucking season, Vicky. I just want to say I am so proud of you, Vic. I knew me not playing my idol would push you to the end game. And early on in the jury, Michael can attest for it. I told him, never underestimate Vicky Kuntz, and look at you. You killed it. You're here at the end. I'm very happy. And I think that you played a game that maybe some people don't see or respect, but I hope you can show people the game you played and show that you did play the game, even though we you got to hear all my bantering, you heard all that shit early on. I was a mess, you knew it. And I hope that the rest of the jury, I hope for both of you, the jury gives you some good questions. I hope that you guys have a terrific night. I'm actually going to have to leave. I'm going to be watching a little bit as here and there, as I'm going to be stuck lying to people all night in another kind of world. So it's going to be a blast. I'm doing what I do best. And I just want to say good luck to both of you. And no matter what, I think the outcome of this season will be a good one. Love you all.
Love you, Billy.
All right. So with that, our next jury member is Michael Hearn. Michael, whenever you say your first word, I will start your time.
Cool. So I would like to congratulate firstly the Ascendance hosts. It's been a blast to play a second time. And to you two, you should be so proud of yourselves. As an alumni, I tried to do this shit twice, and you did it your first time. So I may not have spoken to you, Vicky, but I am still very proud of you. So similarly as I have complimented you both, you must compliment me in return once I ask you your questions. So, Vicky, so I will start with you. Blink twice if you need me to get you out of here, because seriously, it felt like Billy held you hostage throughout the entire first part of the game that I got to sell with you. You did not seem like you wanted to be here. You did not reach out to me. I reached out to you a lot of the time and you didn't give me it back. So it kind of makes me feel disrespected that you give everyone else a time to talk to them. I'm like, I don't mean you have to be my best friend, but a hi, how was your day would have done wonders. So I want you to explain to me why I should give to you now and give you my vote when you didn't like take an effort to really get to know me or talk to me at all.
Absolutely. I believe in like two-way streets, and I did actually go through our messages, and when we did talk, it was 4 times. The only time that we talked about game, and I've said this to many people, the only time that we did talk about game was after that live competition, and you said that was gross. And I was like, girl, same. That was the only time we talked about game. But yeah, no, you're right. I could have totally reached out more to you. I feel like it could have been the same you to me. It just, we didn't, to be honest with you.
You forgot my compliment.
Literally. Okay, well, I think you are the most attractive one in this cast. Sorry, Billy. But that's your compliment.
It's very true. It's a very accurate compliment.
I agree. Oh, wait. And pause. Honestly, and I said this to like everyone too, we missed the fuck out. Oh, sorry, kids. We missed you a ton. Once you left, oh my God, you were so funny in that house chat. And after you left, we were like, what do we do now? Michael was like the life of the party.
It is really boring without me, it has to be said. So thank you, Vicky. That was a really good question. I'm going to have to listen to the rest of it because honestly, it's going to be an uphill battle for you to get my vote, but it's still out there. So Jabbar, you know I love you. We had so much fun talking shit about probably literally everyone in this game. So I really enjoyed getting to know you. I think you're such a sweetheart. And I kind of think that you're a badass, like lying to everybody, telling people off. Like, I think you're great. So I don't really have a question, but I feel like the type of player you are that consistently lies to everyone and makes seals doesn't own it when they get to the end. So I want you to own it. I want you to say, I lied to you all. I had you wrapped around my little finger and I kicked your asses. I want you to do that. And also, obviously, compliment me.
I mean, I love the suit.
Thank you.
But because I'm complimenting you, I am going to say this. Now, Michael, 0 out of 20. Now, we talked about this now. 0. It's an insider, but 0 out of 20. Nice suit, though.
Well, guess we just lost my jury vote. Okay, I'm done. Thank you. Have fun.
Okay. So up next, we have the one and only Kim. So whenever you start talking, I will start your 5 minutes.
Alrighty. This is going to go to Vicky. Vicky, when you talk about all the people that you talked with and how you had to amp up your social game after your partner was gone, you never talked to me. You obviously didn't like me enough to get you talk to me at all. So that's very insulting. You talk about your alliance, your single ladies alliance, and you said Michael was in it. So that's a total, you don't even know who's in your own alliance. You can't articulate that to me. I want to know why Jabbar shouldn't win.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm so sorry for that typo. It was Beck. I love you, Beck. I'm so sorry. So again, same thing. It's like a two-way street, like I said to Michael. But it was actually strategy to not get to know you more because I knew you were in everyone else's inbox, and that it's a common strategy in these sorts of games where if it's between like voting someone out, okay, we have never talked. It's an easy vote.
Okay, I asked you why Jabbar shouldn't win.
Why should Jabbar win? Oh, he played a
Not
kick-ass
win.
game.
Why should Jabbar not win?
Oh, not win. I mean, I also agree that I played a kick-ass game.
It's not about you. Why should Jabbar not win?
Right. So,
All right,
I
time's
feel
up.
like
Time's up.
okay.
Jabbar. So Jabbar, I loved playing with
Is she freezing for anybody else?
Yeah.
Okay.
I paused her time. Are you here, Kim?
Yeah.
You
Okay,
froze.
go ahead. You froze. I'm starting your time.
Sorry, I asked Jabbar, why should Vicky not win?
Vicky, I love you, but you know I'm going for the vote. Vicky should not win. Just listening to my opening speech, I felt like sorry, Vicky, I felt like I outclassed Vicky in the physical, strategic, and social aspects of this game. The fact that I was able to get as far as I could, bringing all of my final 2 deals to the final 4, showing my strategic ability, and then cutting 2 of them at the end. It was really sad, but I had to do it. The fact that Vicky has received multiple votes at multiple tribal councils. I've only received 1 throwaway vote. Yes, she did. Billy and Vicky received multiple votes at multiple tribal councils, excuse me. And I only received 1 all game. And the fact that she wasn't necessarily in a no in a few of the
Okay,
votes.
hold up, Papa. I completely cut out and had to leave the call. So, like it was frozen.
Your time's still going.
Okay, but it was frozen. I didn't hear anything Jabbar said.
He has 2 minutes.
Okay, I can reiterate for you, Kim.
Please, thank you.
Yeah, just looking at the 3 facets of my game. Physical, Vicky didn't win any of the individual competitions. The one that she won was with Billy, and he did the winning for them, as opposed to me winning multiple competitions. Strategy, I brought all of my final 2s to the final 4. And Vicky was one of my the one that I was the most loyal to. Social, Vicky has received multiple votes at multiple tribal councils. I've only received 1 vote all season. She wasn't in a no of necessarily every vote. I was never in the minority at any vote I casted a vote against.
Perfect. That's what I thought you would say. You killed it, Jabbar, and I'm so proud of you. And I wore my tiara for the kingdom tonight.
The kingdom.
Was that it, Kim?
That's it.
All right. So up next we have Alyssa. Alyssa, when you start talking, your 5 minutes will start.
Hi. Okay. So here I am. I'm out to dinner right now. Yeah, I'm gonna need the 2.5 mark. Thank you, Matt. So my question for both of you, and I would like Jabbar to go first because I'm gonna stop you at the 2 minutes and 30-second mark. I want you to use this to explain your strategy to me. I like a strategic winner. How did I suit your game and how did I not suit your game? So if you decided to work with me for a bit, tell me why. If you decided to vote me out, tell me why.
Okay, perfect. So my strategy coming into the game was because I felt like a lot of you guys did not know who I was going to play that up and I was going to win you guys on my personality so that when I needed to show my true form, I would. And that's exactly what I did at the individual portion of the game. I showed up and I showed out. My strategy as far as the teams, because I knew Regan was a little bit more wilder and more crazier than I am, I just wanted to be the more laid back, cool one who wanted to win people over on my personality. And that's as far as strategy. When it comes into you personally, I really liked you in the beginning, but I felt like you were a charmer. You were somebody who could charm me. And I don't feel like I get charmed easily, but sometimes when I talk to you, I felt like something about the stuff that you said made me want to believe you. And that's dangerous for me because I consider myself pretty smart. So, I think that we always had a good working relationship, but honestly, Alyssa, I had no desire for you to be in the game because I felt like, I call a group of girls in this game the Bermuda Triangle, you, Kimberly, and Stephanie. The Bermuda Triangle, honey, you come in between that Bermuda Triangle, you're not coming back. So, Kim went home first, and you surely had to go home next, and that paved the way for Stephanie to go home right after you. I'm sorry, girl, but you are part of the Bermuda Triangle that I did not want to fuck with, and you had to go.
Okay. Vicky, you can go.
Hey, beautiful. So I feel like our relationship was very circumstantial. I feel like you and Beck were like, well, especially you were like really, really close to Billy. And so we did try to hone in and like get that relationship going like 2 rounds before Billy went home, and it just was not there, which was really sad because I did want to work with you, and it just wasn't like, I don't know, it just didn't seem genuine. However, I did the same thing with Beck, and Beck and I hit it off, and that worked out well. I know you asked a question about you. What was the other thing?
I just asked, I want to see your strategic mind, how I fit into your game and how I did
Yes. And then kind of like Jabbar said, you were a huge threat in this game. And although it was really sad that you had to do that challenge on the train, like honestly, I thought you were going to kick ass in it, but it was, again, so circumstantial. I thought you were going to win it. And we really did have to get you out at that moment because, in my opinion, I thought you were going to win.
Can you touch on how I fit into your game at all?
Sure. Yeah, you were like
game.
really, really close with my partner, and that made me so nervous because, of course, Billy's gonna say, "Oh my God," and like, "You're my number one," and all of this. But in my mind, I was like, "Oh my God, it's Alyssa. Like, what do I do?" It was that. I did reach out. I tried. I think you did the same thing. It was near the end of the game. I'm not really sure how else it would be though.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it. Best of luck with the rest of the questioning. Bye.
All right. Up next, we have Stephanie. And this goes for both of you. Just don't interrupt each other.
Sorry, we had to get a kid out of the room. Okay, so congratulations for Final 2 to both of you. I know it's a long, hard road, and you did great getting there, but I want to know from each of you what your biggest regret in the game is. And I'll go ahead and let Jabbar go first.
If I'm being honest, in terms of like, lying to you guys and screwing you guys over, I'm not sorry about that. I really wish that I could say that I'm sorry, but I'm not because it got me here. The one thing and the only thing that I regret is not stealing that damn half shell from Amir and giving it to Regan. And the reason why I say that is because it was so hard, Regan and I did everything together. Like I told you guys, fuck her. I'll vote her off. But at the end of the day, she knew when I knew something, she knew something. And that was like, that was really hard for me because I felt like I protected her a lot in this game, like with my words and like, some of the deals that I may have made or how people felt that we interacted. And I felt like at that moment, that was the very first time that I decided to be selfish. I'm truly sorry that she could not be here on that jury. And I definitely feel like that's my fault. And if she never forgives me, I'll completely understand that. But my only regret in this game is not stealing a half shield to Amir so that I could give it to Regan so she would at least have the chance to be on the jury.
Vicky, you can go.
Hi, Steph. My biggest regret is not being as social with people in the beginning of the game. It's become very clear through all the questions and what people have been saying tonight that they feel offended that I didn't reach out more, and I do apologize for that. For me, it was pure strategy, and I believe is part of the reason why I am here today. I pick and chose who I was going to be very, very close with and who I was going to talk a lot with. And if you and I, not you in particular, but if someone and I were not vibing, I didn't see the need to take it to the next level and try to work with them. I'm more of like an authentic person where like it's got to be there before I go that extra step and say, hey, we should make this alliance. Hey, we should work together.
Okay, I'm good. You can go on to Marcelino. Let me grab this kid. Perfect.
All right, whenever you're ready, I'll start your 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. So congratulations to y'all two. Y'all two did it for the newbies. Like, hold it down. Fucking proud of y'all. Like, straight up. Like, that was the legit what I wanted to happen. Like, I really wanted to sit next to Vicky. Not really. I wanted to sit next to Stephanie. But either way, it's all good. Y'all definitely killed it. So I have a question for Jabbar. You said you took all your final twos to as far as you possibly could, but you didn't, because me and you had a final two, which is cool because you took me out at the right time, which is perfect. You know, I'm not mad at you, but you definitely lied about that. And then, so with you, why did you feel like you needed to lie to me about me getting voted out? You knew I didn't have anything to save me or whatnot. And I told you, I said, hey, if you tell me who is getting voted out tonight, because I knew you knew, and if it was me, you guaranteed my vote. But you didn't tell me why.
Yeah, to touch on what you said, we did have a final two, Marcelino, but to be honest, at no point did I ever think that like you were honestly gonna cut Stephanie. I never got that feel from like our conversation. So I just never considered it honest. I could have told you the truth. I really could have told you the truth, especially because I had immunity. But it's one of those things where, you know, you lie and you lie and you lie, and then you try and lie some more to cover up the lies that you've already told, and it becomes a never-ending cycle. And you just hope that you never get caught. I'm pretty sure that people probably talked about some of the things that I was saying or doing, but I never really thought that I got mainstream caught. So, you know, my whole philosophy is if nothing's broke, then don't fix it. My lying had already gotten me so far. Why stop lying to you? And like you said, it was the perfect time to get you out because I was the most afraid of you in terms of competition, and you needed to go so that I can blossom into the butterfly that I am in terms of competitions. With that being said, even on your way out, I know that you said like I will 100% guarantee to like have your vote when you went out. But even as you went out, like you told Vicky to stick with Amir and Amber if she wanted a chance in this game. And you also said that me and Beck were playing really solid games. So cross apply what you said then to like this moment now and take that into consideration when you're casting your final vote. Thank you.
Big Vicky, like, girl, like, straight up, you were the person I wanted to work with the most out of everyone. You'll see it in my confessionals. Like, I legit, like, it was all Vicky. Like, I trusted Vicky. But you didn't trust me. When did you stop, like, trusting me?
It was the rounds that we actually sent Stephanie home. Everybody in the game, we started doing our fact checking, and I forget if I asked someone. I think Jabbar asked me. He said, "Hey, did Marcelino offer you a final three?" And I was like, "Yeah, with him and Steph." And he goes, "Oh, well, he offered me a final three, and he offered Amir a final three." And I was like,
I didn't know.
"Whoa." Okay, well, good move on you then.
It was, which Jabbar did a good line because he used information and he took it and spread it like crazy. But I only had a final two with you, our final three with you and Steph and Beck and Jabbar. Beck and Jabbar, which is what I wanted, because if I would have got to final five, me and Stephanie could have took control of the game.
100%. And that did worry me. I was like, they are so strong. And you lied to me too, girl. You said, oh my God, I want you guys as a final three. I'll get all of us to the final three, and then I'll be the one to go home. And I want you and Steph in the finals. Girl, in what world would that would have happened? I'm sorry, what? Also, just to touch on what Jabbar was saying, how he had final twos with like everybody, I was so loyal. Jabbar was my only final two. Like, straight up, I did have a final three with you guys, but he's saying he had final two, final two, final two. He was my only one.
Yeah, baby.
But continue.
Cool. Team I fly always, never sometimes. Let's go.
Love you.
All right. So up next is Amber. Amber could not make it. She says she wrote a little something. She enjoyed I'm reading word for word what she said. Just
Yeah,
tell
it
them
doesn't make sense.
that I enjoyed to think. I did talk to them both, and congratulations. Jabbar, we better make the tailgating and gay bars happen. And that is all she said. So thank you, Amber, for your contributing to the finale. Up next, we have Amir. So when you start, you have 5 minutes. And I know you could talk, so.
Excuse me. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Let me switch my headphones. Hello. Can everyone hear me? Perfect. Well, I want to say congratulations to the two of you. This is really hard for me. Jabbar, you were my very first conversation this entire game. I think you're a great guy, and I think you played a great game. Vicky, my girl. Sorry, I'm kind of drunk. But anyways, I do want to say that I understood your game as much as, I understood who you were as a person, as a player. My biggest thing is that it's like pot calling the kettle black about truth telling. I know I did a lot of lying in this game. I know I did a lot of backstabbing in this game. The problem that I'm running into is when I got voted out, and I'm going to make this about me because it's my time and I can. When I got voted out, you didn't have to lie to me, Jabbar. You could have told me this straight up truth. The entire time as I'm getting voted out, you're telling me, I talked to Vicky, you're good, you're good, you're good. Vicky's like, no, bro, he's lying to you. He's straight up lying to you. And you and I have been honest with each other this entire game. The fact is that it's like kind of pouring, is it salt or sugar? I'm not really sure which one on the wound. But that's kind of like what it was. It was like, you didn't have to lie to me when I was leaving. And I knew I was leaving. And I made it very clear that I knew that I was leaving. I just want to say, honestly, like, I know that was probably a hard vote for everybody. I did watch the video back, Jabbar. I did see you get a little emotional. I wasn't sure if it was the wine or if it was actually your emotions. I really wasn't sure which one it was. I like to think that was your emotions, but it could have been the wine because I get like that too. I don't know if I really have a question. The only thing I can honestly say is that actually, yes, I do have a question for Jabbar, Mr. I'm safe 6 rounds. Did you at all think that getting rid of me was a smart move, or did you really think it was because you had prior commitments and deals that you had to stick to compared to someone like me?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I thought that getting rid of you was smart at that particular time. And the reason being is that you told me that in the past that the final immunity was 3 parts, similar to Big Brother. Now, what I'm thinking, if it's similar to Big Brother, it's going to be a physical, it's going to be a mental, and it's going to be a social as the part 3. I wasn't really intimidated, no offense to any of you guys, but I really wasn't intimidated with you guys by the mental part. I felt like I had that. Vicky really didn't show what she can do in terms of the physical part, and I felt like you could beat her. Now, what that means is it comes down to a social part. And if I know anything, I know that you in particular had a good social grasp on the game. You talked to practically everybody. You had good connections and things like that. So I was the most intimidated with you by part 3 of that. And to be honest, I actually said thank you, Amir, because the question that won me part 3 was something that you and I had talked about. It was something that Amber had said in regards to her biggest regret in the game was voting Jordan out. And at that moment, I knew that I made the right decision by sending you home for 4th, because I did feel like you could beat me in the social part of that final 3 part. In terms of mental, I wasn't really scared. In terms of endurance, I didn't think I would win it anyway. So, it all came down to the social and who I think I could beat socially.
All right. What was that a hard vote for you?
It was absolutely a hard vote.
All right. Well, I appreciate
And,
it.
to piggyback off of what you said, now that I get the chance to talk, I was emotional. And at the time that I was emotional, Vicky was like, if you want to tie the vote, you have to do it yourself. I'm not tying that vote. She was like, you have to stay strong and this and that. So I don't want it to be painted this narrative that, like, I was like the only guilty party in that whole situation.
Mhm.
Like, Vicky stayed more to her guns, and even though I knew that I needed to send you home, it was still a hard decision, and I was wavering at times.
I understand, and I appreciate. Matthew, how much time do I have left? I don't know my time frame. I don't see you as a picture.
15
All right.
seconds.
Okay, Vicky, I want to say I love you. I want to say I appreciate both of you, and you both did a great job. All I can say is step your fucking conversations up because we're lacking.
All right, thank you so much. I don't know why that turned to big screen. I'm gonna mute you, Amir. All right, so Beck did send a video. I'm hoping to God that this actually works. So you guys can hear me, correct? Yes. Okay. I'm going to attempt to share this video, and then I'll just add on the extra time that he has left for you guys to answer, and I'll just split it immediately in half. So, oh, I can share an application window. Wonderful. Hold on, let me pull it to its own window. Okay. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
I like Jitsi better because I can look back and see if you could actually see my screen. Okay, I'm gonna start the video. Everyone just kind of let me make sure that you're all on mute, just because I know sometimes it likes to echo. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started.
Hey guys, sorry I couldn't be there today. I wanted to quickly record this, kind of in public, but it's okay. I don't think anybody cares. But I'm very proud of both of you guys. Sucks that I couldn't be there, and sucks that the three of us couldn't have just collectively won the season. I think that would have been a better finale, but that's just me. The jury has been a lot of fun. I've gotten some great information, and I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but I will say I learned about something that the three of us collectively speculated on. We were very short of it, but we didn't know for sure. Like, we didn't absolutely know. We were on to something. That's all I'll say. But anyways, so I couldn't be there, but I wanted to ask a question. I know that I've submitted my vote already, but this question will be for both of you. So, like, what was it? Right. So, which player in the game do you think was the biggest roadblock in your path to winning the game or making it to Final 2? And what did you do to get rid of it, basically? That's my question. But yeah, I love you both, and good luck.
All right. So in case you didn't hear his question was, what player in the game was your biggest roadblock, and what did you do to get them eliminated? So we'll start with Vicky and move to Jabbar. You get 1.5 minutes each, but I have it set for 3 minutes. So just at 1.5 minutes, I'll stop you. So whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Personally, I think, we were so freaking close and I wanted to work with you so bad. And we did. But Marcelino became my biggest roadblock. Whether it's true or not that you had all of these final 2, final 3, whatever it was, you were being social with other people. You were 100% going to take Steph over me to the final 3 when you said, oh my God, I want a girl to win. I want both of you in final 2. Girl, come on. Yeah, I would definitely say Marcelino, but it was very, very difficult voting you out because, again, we had been working for pretty much the whole game. The real vodka, threesome, like we had all of these alliance chats, and yeah, it was disappointing having to vote you out, but I really needed to do it to get here because you would have won those comps in that live, and then I feel like I wouldn't have been as safe. And then if you did get this far, you would have skyrocketed and I would not have. So again, Marcelino, I love you. I'm sorry.
Is it my turn?
All right, go ahead.
All right, so I would definitely have to say Steph. Steph was the last member of my personal Bermuda Triangle of women that needed to get the heck out of this game. You know, Kim left, Alyssa left. The only other target was Steph. Now, this is actually my biggest game move, was voting for Steph. And make sure that you note that I said voting for Steph and not like sending her home or something, because there is a difference. Now, voting for Steph had 2 cases that I was ready for. The first will be the case that happened, to send Steph home, to make sure that I had Beck, Amir, and Amber, and we were all gonna vote as a collective unit, and Vicky later on down the road to send Steph home. Case 1 happened, case 1 is why I'm here. However, I was always ready for case 2. Now, case 2 would have been if Beck was not on board with that, and he wanted to vote with Vicky, Steph, and Marcelino to send Amir home. I was okay with this. And the reason why I was okay with this is because Amir had half of a shield. I get to prove my loyalty to Amir and Amber by staying with them. Amir's probably going to give his half of the shield to Amber, maybe me, but most likely to Amber. And that way I could steal the other half from Marcelino, and I could be, or Steph. Of course, he gave it to Steph. And I could just be like, hey, Amber, I'm the one going home. Give me that half shield. I might play it on you, not play it on her, and still end up where I am. So my strongest move was actually voting for Steph without knowing whether she would go or stay, but I was ready for both cases just in case.
All right, that was perfect because you had 1 second left. All right. So we will now move into the closing speeches. So Vicky went first in her opening speech, so Jabbar will go first here. Jabbar, you have 3 minutes. I will set the time when you start talking.
Okay, so first and foremost, I would like to apologize if I offended anybody on a personal level. I don't think that I did. Everything that I did in this game was 100% strategic. I didn't attack people's personal character or anything like that. And ultimately, if the shoe was on the other foot and you guys had got here and I was on a jury, I would give you guys the same respect that you guys have all shown me. So I would like to thank the jury for that. Once again, if you're going to vote, please consider the 3 main aspects of the game: physical, social, strategic. I stand by everything that I've said this round. I've won the last 6 competitions that I competed in. I helped my team win 2 of the crew competitions really early on in the game. And in fact, me and Regan saved our asses from being first boot because we won the first crew competition. She was the one doing the puzzle and I was the one being blindfolded. I show her that, hey, if you got me, I got you. It's all about trust. And that leads into my strategic game. My strategy was to get myself and Regan as far as we could as a duo so that we could have the opportunity to split up. I didn't give a damn what the hell I had to promise or do. I was in this game to get some respect on Regan's name. She deserved to have the opportunity to be respected as a vet because she was a good strategic player. But when it came down to an individual game, that's when I had to think about myself. And that's when I put myself forward. You know, I can lie, I can promise, I can steal, but it does not mean anything. You know, I much rather get to the end playing the game that I did rather than being loyal, sitting on the jury, wondering, what if I had did this or that or that? Because now at least I have the opportunity to say that I played the best game that I possibly could with absolutely no regrets in terms of the strategy that I played. Now, if you're going to vote on social, remember, I've never voted in the minority. I've only had one vote cast against me all season. I started this game as a scared little caterpillar, not knowing what the hell Ascendance was, but I blossomed into a beautiful butterfly in terms of this game. I respect you all, and I really hope you guys respect me and respect my game. If not, it's been a game. Hope to see you guys on the other side. Thank you so much for taking the time to hear me.
All right, and with that, Vicky, your 3 minutes starts when you start talking.
Hi, everyone. I want to give a big shout out to production. I love y'all. We have had so many amazing conversations through the season, which don't really matter right now because y'all aren't in the game. I love, oh my God. Thank you, everybody who is on the cast. I do apologize. It seems like you guys who I wasn't as social with did take it personally, and it was not like that. I do want to address a few things. So Amir, because I didn't get a question, I'm going to address you. I was 100% truthful to you with that vote, and truthful to the point where I didn't think you would say this when you were leaving, and you didn't, which I totally respect. I trusted you enough to say that I felt that both of the boys would take me to the end, which is why I could not be the one to force that tie. If I forced that tie, I don't believe Beck would have taken me to the end. Why do I think they both would have taken me to the end? And Jabbar did. Jabbar won so many comms. So like, why would Beck take him? That's a super, super threat. Okay, Beck had basically the whole jury on lock, and Jabbar and I have talked about this, and it's like, do you really want to? Oh my God, am I really getting a call right now? That's so rude. Okay, anyway, not doing that right now. Kim, I do want to address you because you did call me out. I have nothing but love for you, girl. Again, I apologize if you take it personally. A big move that I did to get you out was spreading your name at one point and saying, we should get Kim out. You are a badass though, and you won that commander comp when I did want to get you out. I don't know who spread your name to you. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. But that led me into being able to get people on my side to get you out the next round because you were a huge threat. You have won so many comps in the game, and oh my God, you were a social threat as well. Who else do I want to address? I really do just want to say thank you to everyone. I think the biggest move in the game, which Jabbar did clue me in on, was taking out Steph. So I do give you credit for that. But in the same way, if Jabbar didn't tell me about the vote, we wouldn't have been a final two. I would have been like, okay, that's a wrap. And I would have switched up my whole gameplay like Amber tried to do with me. And I love you, Amber. I don't have enough time to say anything else. Love y'all. Good luck with the voting. I have nothing but love for Jabbar. And that's a wrap.
All right. Thank you all so much. This portion of the finale is complete. Now, all the fate goes to the jury members. So, jury members, you guys now have 5 minutes to cast your votes for a winner. So you have until 9:05 Eastern. I will be back with the votes. If I have them sooner, I will reveal them sooner. So, good luck.
Good luck, Vicky.
Yes, good luck, baby. Again, nothing but respect, nothing but love.
It's all love. It's all love.
All love. Agreed. Agreed. So now what do we do for 5 minutes? Oh, she going on the phone.
Hi. Sorry, we were like laughing at the child and struggling to keep a child like from going crazy during all that. Like we were not trying to like be like when we laughed, it might have been inappropriate, but it was because she was doing some random thing.
Like,
No, oh my God.
You're
I
fine.
love
I was laughing at y'all. Don't get it twisted. I was
No,
laughing.
you're fine.
I love your kids so much. And the fact that she has so much energy. Oh my God. I can't.
I
She's so
can't.
freaking cute.
You can take all that energy.
We took her to the park for
I'll take her. Give her to me.
You can have her.
You can have her.
You should put her on. I'll say hello to her.
Yes, please.
She's
We'd love to see her.
popped out of the box and she
Oh,
goes,
that
"Bed."
sucks.
She's like, I need a bed.
Oh, she's calling you.
Maybe not.
But she walked up to the screen and she's like, "Princess with the crown." And then she's like, points to Vicky and go, "Who's that?"
Oh my God. There was a day when I was on call with Marcelino and she goes, "Steph?" And he goes, "No, that's not Steph. That's Vicky." And I was just here like, okay, Steph's beautiful. Like, I'll take the compliment.
Vicky, what do you think that speculation that Beck was talking about?
Girl, I was typing up my closing argument during that. So I was a little confused. I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Oh.
Will you reveal it later?
Spill it, Jabbar.
Spill it now.
Yes.
Spill it now.
Spill it.
Well, I had this whole conspiracy theory for a while that I thought that Steph and Marcelino were secretly a couple.
Oh, duh.
That was something that I was like, you know.
We did talk about that too.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Well,
I can't wait to talk about this at the reunion.
We are, but
Oh.
we're not together. We're both going through our own shit right now.
Ooh, mood.
But we do spend a lot of time together.
We can see that, girl. Every time he got on call, he was there. Every time he got on call, you were there. We know.
And well,
Is that why y'all wanted to vote it out?
Yeah.
If we weren't together all the time, would it have changed
Yeah.
the fact that y'all voted it out?
Yes.
He's irresistible.
Son of a bitch.
All right, I am back.
You guys dug your own grave.
All right. I have the votes. For the last time this season, I will be revealing the vote. You want to see your name tonight. 5 is the number to win. We'll get started. First vote, Jabbar. Second vote, Jabbar. That is 2 votes, Jabbar. Third vote, Vicky. That is 2 votes, Jabbar. 1 vote, Vicky. Fourth vote, Vicky. That is 2 votes, Jabbar. 2 votes, Vicky. 5 votes left. Fifth vote, Jabbar. That is 3 votes, Jabbar. 2 votes, Vicky. 4 votes left. Sixth vote, Jabbar. That is 4 votes, Jabbar. 2 votes, Vicky. 3 votes left. Seventh vote, Vicky. That is 4 votes, Jabbar. 3 votes, Vicky. 2 votes left. Eighth vote, Vicky. Control time. That is 4 votes, Jabbar. 4 votes, Vicky. 1 vote left. Ninth vote, and the winner of Ascendance Season 4, Back to the Future, is congratulations, King Jabbar.
Yay!
Okay, can I say this? This is the first time in the past 3 seasons where we've had either somebody who is not a white guy who has won this game. Congratulations to both of you. Yay.
No,
Oh my
you
goodness.
think we didn't notice that?
Congratulations.
If you would have took our deal, you might have.
Nicole, don't steal my thunder, please.
Oh my god, we forgot to congratulate Vicky on being the first female finalist.
That's true.
Yes. This is my first time ever getting second. So, like,
Oh my
I'll take
goodness.
it.
It was a good fight to the end, Vicky.
Girl,
Honestly,
I did not think it was going to be that close. Oh my God.
me either.
Uh,
But look, if Vicky's wearing that sweatshirt said it all.
Oh, it's not
Oh,
even
yeah.
mine.
Whoever asked, I said King Jabbar.
I wrote control time. Vicky knows when she
Control
says
time. Oh my god. I can't
she
wait
knew
for you
what to
guys to
do.
see the what was the thing we did, Jabbar?
What did we do?
The right
The thing where we talk about like every person in the game. What's that called?
Oh,
A look back.
The round. Oh.
The right to
Yes, I
pass.
can't wait for you guys to see that. Oh my god.
I'm
All
scared.
right, I'm gonna let you both know I love you both, but wait till the union. I'm gonna go.
Oh,
I'm
God.
gonna lay in on both of you. I love you both though.
Honey, it's fine now.
I probably deserve it, so it's cool.
Oh, I know I deserve it.
All
Period, but
right.
it got you the win.
So congratulations once again to Jabbar on winning by a vote of 5-4. All right. So many of you have been wondering what's going on with Ascendance Season 5.
Where?
I'm here to tell you
No.
that we will be on hold for a little bit, but you can tune in to Ascendance Live. So yeah.
Follow us on YouTube.
Yes, on YouTube. So, but with that, I would just like to thank each and every one of the alumni who brought newbies back, each of the newbies for coming and playing, and you all made this a very enjoyable season from start to finish. I don't think any other season, other than probably season 1, has come close to touching this season. So congratulations on that. So I am closing out for the night on the stream. So have a great night.
When do we get awards and stuff?